I've had a pretty tiring day. I think I'm just gonna sit back and relax with some nice old music. Let's see what YouTube has to offer here. Uh, huh, that's weird. They got this new band called Garbage Disposal. Huh, let's see. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. Never mind. They just decided to play me a garbage disposal. So, how's it going, guys? I'm Zeke, as you all know. And I wanted to do another video of me sort of just talking, because this is something that I've wanted to address for quite a while. Son of a bitch, what was that? Oh shit, there's a fly. There's a fly that just like dived bombed my face. Jesus Christ. You bitch, you like hit my face. I don't even know where it's at anymore. Today I just wanted to do another talking video. This is something that I've wanted to talk about for a while. So, I know I had that whole funny thing at the beginning, but I'm not really going to sugarcoat it anymore. Today, I'm just going to be talking about why I think country music is absolute ass. I know that that's a common thing that people like to say. I know that it's kind of been a common thing in society and on media to just sort of bash on country as a genre. Become quite a meme recently. But I've never seen anybody really go in depth. Hey, I'm saying that I haven't. There probably are some people that have. But I've never really seen anybody go in depth with what is wrong with the genre of country as a whole. I've got quite a few things to say. This is going to be, it's not really a scripted video. I've got some bullet points that I'm going to mention, but other than that, it's pretty much just going to be me talking and just getting things off of my chest, if you will. I have right here, I have my journal, and it's got some bullet points of why I think country music is absolute ass. So just some things that I would like to say before I get into country music is, first off, I'm a very big fan of music. In fact, I love many genres. I would say that I'm a music enthusiast, sort of. In a sense. I'm not so much an enthusiast of music, I'm more of like a lover of music. Where music is a major part of my life. I absolutely love it. I would say I'm an enthusiast of film, per se. I could never see myself going into something involving film, but when I watch movies, I would say that I have a good sense of what makes a good film. And just being able to analyze a film and take it apart and see what makes it good. It's very different with music. Because music, whenever people have asked me why I like a certain band, I'll give some reasons. Like, say Gorillaz. I love them for many different reasons. One, just the animated side of the entire thing is very unique, and I love it. Love it to death. The music is different most of the time, but it still has the same feeling. So, like, you can tell that it's a Gorillaz song, but it's never like you're gonna hear two of the same Gorillaz songs, which I like. So yeah, that's something with that. But most of the time, if there's like a song that I really like, I just hear it, and it just gives me a feeling of ecstasy. It's fucking insane, just how much music has impacted me. And I've never really hated a whole genre before. I've been very open to a lot of music. Country is honestly the first time that I've ever hated a genre completely. In fact, I used to feel the same way about rap. But the thing with rap is, I know a lot of it can be cliched and overused. They never seem to sing about anything different, which is one thing that I like about Logic and Post Malone, is that they don't sing about the same things, but you do get some artists that bring something fresh to the table, even if it's about the same thing. If you look at XXX Tentacion, or however you say his name, R.I.P. he had a very intense sound with his music. It was very heavy, and you look at someone else like Lil Yachty. Lil Yachty was very mellowed out. He was very much just broccoli, broccoli, and then take someone like Kendrick. Uh, his stuff isn't as mellowed out, but it's upbeat. Really, it's got a much more almost positive feeling. The music itself isn't necessarily positive, but it's very much like, ooh, ooh, yeah. So like those three are prime examples of great diversity that you can have in the genre of rap. That doesn't really happen with country. Whenever somebody tries to try something new, I'll say there are some different country songs that try something new. A lot of them, when they take it black, Jesus. When they take it back to the sort of bluesy roots that country originally was, when some of them sort of take inspiration from, say, Johnny Cash, I really like that. But this modern wave of country music is absolutely horrible, and that's what I'm going to be mainly covering today. In fact, the very first thing that I have, one big thing about country that I have a problem with is what I actually think will be the death of country music, or at least this modern wave. So, first thing, the death of country. So, first, what I need to do to start this off is I just need to show you guys this modern country song. Also, all of the music that I'm going to be playing today is off my phone, and it's not going to be the entire song, just so I don't have to worry about copyright and stuff like that. So, here we go. Okay, modern country song, not terrible. Guess what? That was not a country song. That was Matchbox 20. That was Matchbox 20. That like alternative early 2000s band. I don't know what it is, but if you look at a lot of pop music from the 2000s, it sounds so much like modern country. I don't know what it's weird, but they follow the same beats and everything. It's always got like the same pace to it. They sync really weirdly, and I honestly just think that country is almost just anymore a ripoff of that wave of music. Because I love that wave of music. Fucking Rob Thomas, I like him. Vertical Horizon, I like a couple of their songs. But country just like takes that music and combines it with a completely different genre, and then this new genre is just ass. This is sort of going back to what I was saying before, how old country used to be very dark and bluesy. It was sad. If you listen to like a lot of Johnny Cash's songs, even Johnny Cash's modern songs, those are sad as hell, and they're bluesy, and I fucking love them. Johnny Cash is, I have to say, one of my favorite artists. I love his style. He was what was good about country. And it's not so much like southern music in general that I don't like, it's modern country. Because even if you take some rock band like Clutch, some could argue that they're like a bluesy rock band, which is almost like some could argue a variation of country, but I don't know. I just don't like it about that. It's always seemed that country has just been like a branch of another genre. So like it used to be like a branch of rock, and now it's a branch of pop. But I don't really like pop, and I definitely don't like country, and so in my opinion, it's just a bad mix. And I think it's gonna die out once this old wave of pop dies out. So basically, when every mom in the world right now is dead, that's when that's gonna die. I don't see a good future for this modern wave of country music. For that reason specifically. Now, this is one interesting thing about uh, liking or about disliking a genre and just liking genres in general. You can like a genre without liking every single song from it. Um, Rock is probably my second favorite genre. Obviously, my first is alternative. I don't know what it is, but whenever I hear a song that I love, I look up who it's from, and it's some random band that I've never heard of. But things with alternative and rock, interesting part about those is I don't like every single rock song, and I don't like every single alternative song. I like what they do. Obviously, with alternative, what I like is that it's always fresh. It brings a new sound that not a lot of people like to try, except for indie bands. And rock, it's just it's just fun. Rock is fun. It's very heavy most of the time. It gets you going, with the strong beats that it has. A majority of what makes rock songs great, in my opinion, is just its drums, because it provides like a nice beat and it gets you moving, gets you like pumped up. That's what I really like about it. And there are some country artists that I like. Some. I'll say Florida Georgia Line. I absolutely despise them. But Stay is a pretty good song. I can listen to Stay and actually enjoy myself. Brooks and Dunn is an mid 2000s or just early 2000s, maybe late 90s country country group that I actually really like. Neon Moon is a fantastic song. So yeah, there's always going to be exceptions to that rule of disliking and liking a genre. But there is one artist, and God, I think he just embodies everything that I absolutely hate about this genre. Everything that I dislike about this genre, this guy does in spades. So, our next part, Luke Bryan. Okay. Oh God, I just fucking hate talking about him. It just makes me annoyed. Okay, Luke Bryan, garbage artist. I'm sure he's a nice guy in real life, but guess what? Today we are looking at people's music, and in terms of him being an artist, I hate this man with a burning passion. His music is god awful, unoriginal music, instrumentals, stale beats, overbearing southern accent. Burn out that real good, real good. Oh my fucking god. That is a major thing. Whenever I hear a country song, that's a big part of just what makes me go, ugh. Just makes me just cringe up to the whole sound of it, is those terrible accents that they have. And his lyrics to his songs are so fucking bad. Oh, I feel like most of the time he's either very lazy with his lyrics and doesn't try and do anything extra with it in terms of poetry. I mean, let's face it, songs are essentially just poems with music in the background. Or like lyrical songs, I guess that would be more fair to say. But he never tries anything fresh with it. And when he does try something poetic with it, it's still just lazy. That's a big thing about the country genre. Their lyrics are so ham-fisted and boring. Oh, shoot, I mean, Fall Out Boy. You can... Maybe this is just me personally, but half the time I can't tell what their songs are fucking about. With what their lyrics are saying, it goes all over the place, and it's fun. It's fun to listen to, because it's like, wait, how did we get here? It's just a whole thing with Luke Bryan songs. There was one song that he tried to do something poetic, but it still just felt lazy. And he ended up it was something about like a roller coaster. I'm gonna look that up real quick. Luke Bryan roller coaster. Okay. I mean, he's trying something. He's using simile, I guess. But, oh, it's so just forced. And another thing, speaking of forced lyrics, when people try and sing, like, give a message, I have no problem whatsoever when people give messages in their songs if they try and promote a message that they want to promote. In fact, I heavily encourage it because that can be a very nice way to pass your message along to people if they figure out what your message is. But subtlety is key when it comes to music. In fact, that was a major problem that I had with Humans from Gorillaz. Is, let's face it, Gorillaz has always been somewhat political. It's always had a political undertone, but it was so obvious and forced in Humans that it just got annoying. And it happens with these. He sang that one song, You Don't Know Jack. It's like, I wonder what he's singing about. Maybe he's singing about a dude being an alcoholic and how people shouldn't be alcoholics? What? It's fucking stupid. You can do so much with a concept and sing about it. Come up with some creative lyrics where it's like you're doing something different than your message, but your message is in there. Tell a story, maybe, about how, like, let's say, like, a dude came home one night and he ended up losing his kids and stuff, and that would get your message along, too. You don't just need to tell people, hey, don't be alcoholics. They'll figure that out themselves if they figure out what your lyrics are saying. That's always been a big problem of mine. And then other times, he just doesn't even try after a certain point. There's one song of his, it's like, kids should stay kids for as long as they can. It's, God, really? Be fucking creative. Jesus Christ. Another garbage song of his. Fuck you, Bryan. Stay kids for as long as they can. Oh, fucking cringy as shit. Disgusting. Oh, I hate it. It is it's bullshit, really. He doesn't even try at that point with his lyrics. You could seriously, again, you could do so much with it. It's a fucking poem. You could do anything in terms of storytelling. That's the best part about storytelling. Anything could be a story. It doesn't need to have, like, the plot diagram or anything like that. It doesn't need to have its message right there. Just talk about something. And I guess you could argue that if that's what they want to do with it, then fine, they should do it. But that doesn't mean it's good. It's the exact opposite. But no, yeah. They're just sort of going over everything that I've talked about. People need to try something interesting with their lyrics. Here, let me show you something real quick. There's another song. I don't think I'm going to play it. But Young the Giant is a band, and I'm a big fan of them. I've talked about this before. There's a song of theirs that I like called Something to Believe In. Here we go. Something to Believe In by Young the Giant. Hey, look at my phone. Plugged by Samsung. I'm going to show you their lyrics real quick. Now, I've looked at these lyrics before, and I've never actually... I know what it is now because I've, like, looked it up. But before I looked it up, I was trying to figure out what the song was about. Here, let me read you the chorus and stuff like that. And he says, I've got you written in a black book by the railroad track. You see, I know your fate. Ooh. It says ooh in parentheses on it. And I say, you've got to listen. I'm a songbird with a brand new track. You underestimate. I'll give you something to believe in. Burn up a basement full of demons. Realize you're a slave to your mind. Break free. Now give me something to believe in. That's cool. Those are cool lyrics. In fact, I thought with this song there was going to be a big thing on religion. Because, it's like, give me something to believe in. It talks about demons, which I thought was pretty cool. I thought originally maybe it was a song about, like, a dude, perhaps, dying. And, he's sort of at, like, the purgatory state, and he's trying to figure out, where he's gonna go in his, afterlife, I guess. Or maybe it's just a story about a dude lost in life. And he's just trying to figure out what to do, and what can keep him motivated. Lead singer Samir Gadia discusses the album's message as a whole relating to finding your way in life as an immigrant in America, with so many outside influences affecting your own mindset. I love this article in the description, by the way, or this website. While Gaudia never specifically says how Something to Believe in fits into this idea, the interviewer refers to a song as a song about finding your own path in life. Gaudia then goes on to discuss his own life journey in defiance of expectations, dropping out of Stanford to pursue music. So it's about that level of like not knowing where you're gonna go in life, so you're just trying to find a path to go on, which is cool. You know, you wouldn't pick that up right away in those song lyrics, and I like that. It's interesting. Now, yes, again, that's another indie band, but that's a big reason of why I love indie bands, is because they're not afraid to be weird, you know? They're not afraid to step outside the box. They're not afraid to try something that no one has tried before, which I like. I love, in fact. The only thing that I love more than the things I love is when people do the things that I love better. That is fucking quote of the day. Start like cue up like the cheesy music with that as a quote in like black and white.
I've tried, fallen, I had sunk so low, I messed up better, I should know.
That's the whole lyric thing, you know. If you're gonna write a song, put in the effort and try something interesting with the lyrics. Again, you don't have to, but it would be so much better if you did. And you wouldn't have cynical assholes like me sitting here chewing them out. The accents are another thing. It just gives the songs themselves a bad sound. Take Billy Currington, for example. His music is okay. It's nothing original, but his accent isn't too bad. He's actually got a really good voice. Whereas other artists, they're just overbearing. Other stuff like that, and then the whole pop fiasco, where they're just essentially grasping straws from other genres, it seems like, to try and make their music more relevant. That's another thing. Like, none of them try anything new. That's the sad part. It's all the fucking same. They all sing about the same shit. They all sound the same. It's just a stale genre. It's depressing, really, because what they do with it, I think, could be interesting, but no one tries anything new. And that's the worst part. You take people that like it, and then someone else comes along and tries to do something new with it, and people are like, oh, that's not country. First off, one, they're kind of correct. Just with how far the country genre has gotten with that mindset of, like, this is what country is and it needs to be this way. That's the no true Scotsman fallacy. No, they don't like it when they try something new, or else it's not country. Like, what makes you decide what country is? I think that this genre can really save itself if they just tried something new. Maybe they will. And you know what? I hope that they do. I hope that this genre fixes itself. Because I never want a genre to end. I love music, and I love the different genres that make it up. And I think that's the best way to end this. Big lesson for country singers. I'm not here to shit on your music. I am a little bit. But don't take that so much. Take more of... Fix your music. Try something new. If there's something that you can think of that you think, that's not really country, do it. Fucking do it. Make alternative country a genre. Make it a thing. A lot of people like to shit on alternative music. Alternative music is what keeps music fresh. There's alternative rock, alternative pop. There's so much. Make an alternative country. Make it a thing. Because it will save your genre, and it will make your music 1,000 times better. Anyways, that is going to be it for today, guys. I am Zeke, as you all know. Go down in the description to check out my social media. I have an Instagram and a Twitter. Check out some of my other videos while you're at it, like this one. Comment on it. Let me know what your opinion is on country, and if you agree with me or disagree with me. Subscribe while you're at it. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Now it's like the